In this video, I'm going to explain the 5 hook points if you really want to get your dating life handled. So if you think about the dating cycle from the time you meet her to the time when she wants to be your girlfriend, that cycle is composed of 5 major hook points. When you first meet her, the first hook point you want to get to is the social hook point. That's when you approach a girl, you say something, and you start talking to her, and you hit that hook point when she realizes I'm at least curious enough about him to give him another 5 minutes to get to know who he is. This social hook point can be reached with a good opener. It can be reached with really good nonverbal communication. It could be reached with just really good style, presenting yourself well, talking to her, saying hello, and then getting that initial spark and interaction. And there are a lot of ways to do that, but that social hook point is the most important point because that point gives you the next 5 minutes to 10 minutes for you to really get into a real conversation with her. The next hook point is the sexual interest hook point. So you go from open to actual hook point. Sexual interest hook point is when she actually thinks, you know what, I might be open to sleeping with this guy at some point in the future. This is an important hook point because a lot of guys end up opening, get to the social hook point, and then just start talking as if he's a friend. When you get to a sexual interest hook point, you're no longer just another guy, you're a guy who potentially could be more. To reach this hook point, sometimes just having really good style and nonverbal communication is enough, but sometimes it requires a little bit more. The next hook point is the actual sexual hook point. This is when she feels like you're sex worthy. In other words, she's attracted to you and she's open to sleeping with you. This hook point can be hit in the first 5 minutes, as I've done not often, but it's possible, or it could be the third date. It just depends on the girl, her mood, and your connection with her. The fourth hook point is the relationship hook point. This is when you've dated around, maybe you've slept together, and you find yourself compatible. And now it's like, I wouldn't mind being in a relationship with this person. To get good at kind of the dating game, you have to understand how to get to the relationship hook point consistently. And there are guys who are just so good at this, but they only do that with girls that are friends. And then there are guys who are approach machines who are really good at getting the social hook point and sexual hook point, but not to the relationship hook point. In order to get to the relationship hook point consistently, you have to display and follow processes that move the interaction from just sexual into an actual relationship. The last and fifth hook point is the falling in love hook point. Dr. Helen Fisher, anthropologist, she studied the MRI of people falling in love, and there were common threads to all of them. I call these in my training the authentic connection triggers. They're triggers that compel the other person to feel not only attracted to you, but a deep level of connection with who you are. Now, this is kind of the point of no return. If you can get to the falling in love hook point consistently, you will literally have girls fighting to basically get you to say, yes, you're my girlfriend. And at this point, you have to be responsible because people fall in love and it can be very, very emotional. So this is the last hook point that you want to hit. As a dating coach, my job is to get clients from the social hook point all the way to the relationship hook point. Then the rest is up to you. Certain clients that want to get into relationships or want to find like the perfect person to get into a relationship end up asking me, how do I get this person to fall in love with me? And how do I master the falling in love process? But if you think about your journey in terms of these 5 steps, it's a lot simpler than all these systems and tricks and tactics. These are the 5 points that every man and every woman, in fact, have to hit in order to get into a fulfilling and rewarding relationship. If you want more information like this, if you want to add on a little bit of complexity, at every point in these hook points are attraction, comfort, and connection. And if you can master those 3 energy levels, you'll be able to do this consistently over and over again. That means if a relationship ever doesn't work out, that means if you ever are feeling lonely, you want to go out there and meet someone, you will always have the tools that you need to reach each one of these hook points. And therefore, you're never making a decision to be with someone just because you can't do better or you're afraid of being alone. Instead, you're making decisions to be with someone because you have options, but you're choosing what's best for her and what's best for you. And that ultimately is my goal as a coach. Unfortunately, only a small percentage of the population actually get there. My mission with this channel is to be able to help people consistently choose abundantly and choose the right relationships. If you like advice like this and you like the video, click the link below. I have one unbreakable opener and other dating tips that can help you reach these hook points. And of course, like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.